Okay, today's lesson is on parallel and perpendicular lines. So let's get started. On this one, I'm going to just use a pencil and a pen, and you should be more than okay with that. So it talks about parallel lines, and the first statement says parallel lines are lines that never intersect. What that means is that they never cross. Slopes of parallel lines are the exact same. And then we have a symbol. The symbol for parallel lines or parallel slopes, that's what that means. Those are both the same thing. Parallel lines or parallel slopes is, and then it's two vertical lines. So if you ever see two vertical lines like that, and it kind of looks like they're two L's right here, that means that they're parallel. So instead of having to write the word parallel out, you could just write that symbol. Now we're going to move on. So these are all parallel. Now we're going to move on to perpendicular. And perpendicular lines are lines that blank at a blank angle, that intersect at a right angle. And then you have a set of parentheses right here. In this set of parentheses, I'm going to write in there that a right angle is 90 degrees. Okay? Slopes of perpendicular lines are opposite and reciprocal. Okay? Opposite refers to a scale. So opposite is here. Now we're going to go opposite. We're going to talk about what opposite refers to. The blank. One must be blank, the other must be blank. Opposite refers to the signs. One must be positive, the other negative. So when we're talking about opposite in math, you're talking about one positive sign, one negative sign. Reciprocal refers to blank the fraction. Oh, flipping. Flipping the fraction. So if you had one, actually we'll go 2/3. The reciprocal of 2/3 would be, well, you flip the fraction. So 3/2. Okay, so that's the reciprocal. It says the symbol for parallel lines or slopes, again, lines and slopes being the same thing, we're talking about the same part, is it's an upside down capital T. And again, you'll see that 90-degree angle right in there with the upside down capital T. But we're going to say perpendicular, the perpendicular symbol, just that. And these talk about perpendicular. So let's look. Sorry, let me get that pointer out of the way. So we have three equations. One equation, two equations, three equations. And it's asking for a parallel slope, just the slope. So where's the slope in y equals 2/3 x minus 3? Well, the slope is right here, 2/3 x. And actually, I kid, I'm going to get a highlighter out. So there's my slope, 2/3. So a parallel slope would be the exact same. So my parallel slope, 2/3. The perpendicular slope has to be opposite. So 2/3 is positive. So perpendicular, it needs to be opposite, so it needs to be that. And then, actually our example over here did a reciprocal of 2/3 to 3/2. So negative 3/2 is a perpendicular slope because it's opposite, positive and negative. And then it is 2/3 and 3/2, flipped. Let's look at the second example. Second example says y equals 1/8 x minus plus 2. We're going to look for the slope, and the slope is right here, 1/8. So parallel slope is the exact same, so 1/8. The perpendicular slope is opposite, so instead of a positive, it's going to be a negative again. And then reciprocal, which means we're going to flip. So 8/1 and 8/1 would be the same as 8. So 1/8 and -8 are perpendicular slopes. And then the last example, the third example, y equals -3/8x minus 11. Highlight my slope, -3/8. Parallel slope, the exact same. Perpendicular slope, well, I have a -3/8 here, so I am going to go a positive, so I'll just leave it blank because we understand it's positive, and then +8/3. So there are our slopes. Okay. The last part that we're going to do, you see some graphed lines down here. I'm going to slide it up a little bit. So we have a graphed line. We have to figure out what the slope is. So I'm going to do my slope triangle. And I'm going to take my highlighter here. I'm going to highlight up. And my rise is 3. And my run is 2 units. Now, for a slope of a linear equation, it has to be the exact same over and over and over. So I'm going to do it again because I see this third point out here. I'm going to go up and over again, kind of like you're making a staircase. And you have another 3 units up and 2 units over. So we know that is the slope. So our slope is 3/2. Our parallel slope has to be the same, so it would be 3/2. And then our perpendicular slope would be opposite. So instead of 3/2, it would be opposite, so negative. And then flipped reciprocal fraction is 2/3. Okay, so for the last one, I want you to do the last one on your own. And I will help you out here a little bit. I will give you your slope triangle. Boom, boom. Do that one more time because we have 3 different points on this graph and they should match. And I'll even go, okay, we have 4 units there and we have 3 units there. And then we have 4 units, I'll put it on the inside here, and 3 units there. Okay, so I want you to try this on your own. We'll go over it as a class. Have a good one. And that is parallel and perpendicular slopes. Okay, hope this helps. If you have any questions, again, watch the video more than once. Watch it about 5 times. And then ask your neighbor or ask your teacher when you come in. Have a great day.